Hello, I'm here to talk about some things we've done over the last couple weeks, and I just think it brings things into light of where things used to be as a country, as a society, as human beings. For example, the last couple weeks we have had garage sale, and we did that. We're trying to lighten the load of some stuff we don't need and look more into assets and possibly moving to a state that's a little more free, that kind of stuff. Da, 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 da. But anyways, with that being said, I just want to point out a few things. With this garage sale, I was out there a bunch. My kids have been out there. My wife was, and everyone who showed up was great. There was no one that showed up that we did not get along with. We didn't see things as human beings. We didn't, there was nothing there that was a turnoff. Everything was great. It felt great just being there, talking to people, mingling, introductions to people, meeting new people, that kind of stuff. That there was no fear. There was no mention of this Demic 19. I can't say it, or they will, give me a strike or delete this video. There's no social distancing. There was no, let me go back. There was a couple masks that I've seen. Other than that, out of everyone else, there was really no masks at all. But there was a few people, and that's fine. We didn't say anything to them. They didn't say anything to us. They still talked to us. We still had conversations. We still did what we wanted to do for the garage sale, and they still did what they wanted to do, coming to a garage sale. So whether that was purchasing something or just looking around, meeting people, all that stuff was obtained. So also, like I'd said earlier, it felt like, the country that I remember, that we remember, where people were just all human beings just trying to make it through life the best they can for their friends, for their families, just trying to get by. And there was nothing, no ill will there. And it was nice. There was great conversations actually with a few of them. Some were neighbors that we had met before. Some were people that are a ways away that we had conversations and about things going on, about stuff that we have going on here. We have some stuff that they're interested in as far as the dogs we have or the garden and stuff like that, chickens. We had many conversations. Also, so with that being said, there was no stress, no arguing, no politics, nothing really was, arose. And I think on that note, if people just think about it, if you just take politics out of the equation, out of what people are watching and listening to and keep an eye on as it is a football game or a WWE wrestling event, or if it's the Olympics, they got their ear and their nose and everything they can to the grindstone following this thing that's called politics. And I feel with that, they're not remembering where people have come from. We're all on this together. It's a battle just in life itself to get by, to survive, to thrive, to feed your families, to get along. I mean, just people have differences, people think differently, people enjoy different things, people have different views, but we're all in this doing the same thing. We're just trying to get by and survive. And if people just step back and if someone could take politics away 100%, this country would be a different place. The world would be a different place. And that's just doing this garage sale. Actually, it really showed that to me, or at least I got that from it. So I just wanted to get this out there and say that. But on that same note of a garage sale, I was thinking, I know that they're pushing towards this. It already passed in the House, I believe. I don't know if they have a bill going in the Senate yet, but they're pushing for the end of, cash. And they want that done by 2025. Well, they want the initial steps for that taking place January 1st of 2021, which whether that happens or not, that's what they have in mind. That's what they're pushing. That's what they're trying to pass. So that got me to think. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, The garage sale was cash. You know, we're selling stuff for a quarter, 50 cents, a buck, $2. My son had a larger item he sold for $50. And pots and pans, clothes, tools, lawnmower, all that stuff, name it. So some was $20, some was $10, it's all over the board. And I'm thinking, when this goes cashless, how are garage sales going to operate, really? Do people want the government knowing? Well, I went to a garage sale, and I bought some slippers, or I went to a garage sale and I bought an old lawnmower that, you know, is $5 and is 20 years old, but I bought that. Do you really want the government knowing? And do they need to know? Absolutely not. And that kind of stuff. So with that being said, is how would you exchange? How would you interact in a garage sale? How are you going to exchange something for goods, for whatever you're trying to, you know, get rid of, whatever you're trying to sell, and whatever people are trying to purchase or acquire? How is that going to happen? It got me thinking. I've done a few videos on silver and gold, and then 90% silver. 90% silver is everything that was minted from the U.S. Mint that's 1945 and older. So that all had 90% silver. As they had taken the silver amounts out, you know, after 45, so anything 45 or older than 45 is 90% silver. So I was like, well, maybe that's what's turning out. Because, I mean, if you think about it right now, a dime, I believe, with the rates is like $1.90 or $2 per each dime. It's, you know, a 64 or older. A quarter, if you have a 64 or older quarter, it's right now with the current silver rates, it's like $4.80, $4.90. You can round up to $5 for a quarter that's 64 or older. 50-cent piece that's 64 or older is right around $9.50, $9.75, depending on how silver's fluctuating. So I'm like, well, that could be a good way to barter. That could be a good way to exchange off, you know, the grid, out of the system. So I would for sure welcome that. You know, if, you know, a few years down the road we're a cashless society, I want to do another garage sale or go to a garage sale or a yard sale or anything like that, flea market, I would be more than happy to exchange with silver. For the larger items, you could use a silver eagle or a maple leaf. I get a couple things here. So for a larger item, I mean, this is just a 1 ounce maple leaf. I know I've sorted it before, so whatever silver's at right now, we'll say $27 an ounce. This is, you know, roughly $27. So if I'm going to buy, let's say, a lawnmower. The guy's got a decent lawnmower. It's $30, we'll say, and we're cash free, or he doesn't want to accept cash anymore, or whatever the case may be. I would say, well, here, you can have this, and I'll give you a dime, you know, an older dime, which is right around $2. So that's an older dime, 64 or older. So I'll give you that. I'll give you this silver, that American Eagle, or that maple leaf, or a buffalo, silver buffalo, whatever, and then I'll give you this dime. That makes $29. Can we settle with that? Maybe you'll say, yeah, maybe I just, you know, show them the maple leaf without the dime, and $27, or whatever silver's at, and we accept that. You might say, absolutely, I'll accept that. So that's a way to do it. I also, I mean, here's a 50-cent piece that's 64, I mean, older than 60, or 64 or older. So right now that's, you know, close to $10. It's $9.50, $9.80. And then say here's a quarter here. I'll show that too. That's 64 or older quarter. So that's $4.80, 90 cents. You can round up to $5. So that's a way to exchange goods for anything. If you're buying a car, you could do that. I also was running across a few things. Buying a car, let me digress, buying a car from a single party. And we're cash-free, cashless society. You want to do that, you can exchange gold or silver or whatever for that car, and it's just bartering. It's just trading. You're not like you're giving them any sort of fiat currency or cash like the government calls it, dollars like the government calls it. It's all fiat currency. You're not in the system, so you're just trading. It's like trading baseball cards, trading, stuff that the kids do with Pokemon cards, or trading whatever, Hot Wheels. You're just trading. I'm trading this silver or this gold thing for the car, or whatever the case may be. So with that being said, I just wanted to show a couple things on silver. I just picked up, it's a silver card. It's about the size of a credit card or a license. It's thin, just like that. It fits right in a wallet. I thought this was pretty cool. The back is just plain. It's just, so this is 1 ounce. So I thought this is a pretty cool idea. You just want to put it in your wallet. You can just sit there. It just sits there. Unless sometime you need it. You need to get, somehow you need to get cash, or you need to barter for something higher. You got that. It's not bulky. It doesn't have to sit in your front pocket. It just goes right in your wallet, in your purse, your wallet in your purse, or the wallet that you carry around, whatever. I thought that was a good idea. And on that same note, I want to show this. This is something I picked up a while ago, and this is 2 ounces of silver, but I believe that's what it was, yes. But everything's fractioned off. So I'll look at this for a second. Like, they have like a 20th of an ounce, 10th of an ounce. They have quarter of ounces here. So if it ever gets to straight up barter, technically you could break a piece off in exchange for what you want, whether it's a quarter ounce, a 20th of an ounce, a 10th of an ounce, and that's to the same sort of scenario for bartering. That's a little larger than the card I showed you, so it can't be carried around as easily. That's the difference in sizes. Can't be carried around as easily, but it's just it's a cool idea to have fractions if you want to barter with it. I know they have a gold one that's similar to this. I believe it's not fractioned off in a 20th ounce or a 10th of an ounce or a quarter ounce. I believe it's something similar to this. I don't have one, but it has 51 gram pieces, so you can break off a gram at a time of gold. So there's 50 of them. Wish I had one to show you. Wish I had just had one, period, but that's a different story. So anyways, I just wanted to say how much it lightened me. It made me think, it's great to see society and human beings acting like human beings, and everyone just gets along. Everyone's just in the same battle of this thing we call life. And I just had to get that out there and tell people. It's great to have done this. I'll try to do more, whether I'm just attending yard sales, garage sales, or anything like that, just to get more involved with the community or communities, and just to meet people and help myself remember that the world is not what they're showing on television or in the newspapers. Yes, there are horrendous things happening. There are horrible things happening. There are bad people out there, and bad groups, bad situations, bad communities maybe even that are taking over. I don't know, but I digress on that. There are great people out there. There are great families out there. Most of everyone is a great human being and a great person. So with that note, I just want to get this out there to tell you guys, life is still good, and I try to keep a smile. So whatever you're doing, please stay vigilant. Protect yourself and protect your wealth, and always protect your health.